This coloring book was very geniusly and creatively created by Lifesucks Publishing. And Lifesucks is a YouTube channel. I'm going to start off with the one that says consent. And the woman up the top says, "I'm off the pill. Let's impose life on someone." And the man goes, "Sounds fun. Luckily for us, we don't need consent." Oops, looks like we made a monster. Thank Christ this isn't a crime. And you don't even have to create a monster for you to create havoc and to create pain, suffering, and eventual death. When imposing a risk or burden upon someone, a negative answer must be assumed unless they can offer their consent. As one cannot ask a child whether or not they would appreciate the harms of existence and eventual death, it would be unethical to decide for them. To have committed every crime but that of being a father, said the Romanian philosopher Emil Cioran in The Trouble with Being Born. And here's one. D is for death. We will all spend the majority of our time on earth as corpses, useless, decaying flesh and bone. Some deaths are painless, but most are not. Death is a harm and a permanent cessation of any possible future preference, satisfaction. The one and only way to avoid death is to not be born. Sparing a new person from death and dying is the ultimate act of mercy. Yes, it is time to be able to incriminate those who plunge us into the disaster of existence, to procreate. Is this not to inflict death and torment? Said the Belgian writer and activist Théophile de Girard in The Art of Guillotining Procreators, an antinatalist manifesto. And I've colored in a few of these pages, but H is for harm. Procreation puts a sensitive feeling being into a place where they can be harmed. They can be made to feel discomfort, annoyance, boredom, and pain, as well as physical and mental agony. There is no escape from harm other than death, which is a serious harm. There are thousands of horrors that await a sentient being on planet Earth. Refraining from procreation is the one and only way to prevent the harm and horror that life imposes. So I'm just skipping through here to some various pages because I'm certainly not going to give away all of this book. It's awesome coloring book. Vitality and health are taken from us by the aging process. A parent sentences their child to the bleakness of infirmity and finally to a slow, agonizing death. As one ages, all of the dreams of youth must be lost, one by one. Aging is the biggest risk factor for all major diseases, other than birth. Many optimists extol that humans are living longer every day. However, those final years are often spent in disease and dementia, and it would usually be better to die sooner rather than later. I agree, it is always better to die sooner than later if we are placed into existence.